How's everybody doing? This is BEARDEDWOLF back again with Amnesia, a machine for pigs. We are currently in the chemical plant, needing to drain the floodwaters that have ruined this machine that has clearly been used to, actually I have no clue what it's being actually used for. Make horrible monsters, maybe? July 15th, 1899. In order to facilitate assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required, or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration, or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brandenburg infusion vitae to 1 part organ monad dispersal fluid is sufficient. This can be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. That sounds important. Cool. Okay, so I'm guessing I have to melt through the padlock. That's a dissected frog. Yeah, I'm just gonna turn that off. Okay, deeper into the horrible, horrible factory we go. There's that temple again. Or building, may not be a temple. Sabotage. Bruised and battered but alive, I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I am driven to find my family and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find the way to the village, drain the flood, free your children. Maintenance access. There is clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, and after that fall I cannot summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Centrifuge. If some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively reeks of the foul fluids I have seen too often before. It is clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of 2 composite ingredients. I should wager I would find them close by. Close by as in through the horrible, horrible tunnels, or close by as in the horrible tunnels? Silence. Do not startle or upset the acquisitions. Was walking on hind legs, okay? You can actually see a little in here. August 20th, 1899. Took delivery of another batch of imbeciles today. They are the sorriest specimens of humanity I've ever seen. No one asks where they go to. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce the overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls, check their teeth, we give them laudanum to pacify them. They wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin. Many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors after the process. It is their reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them. My children, I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. Okay. So maybe it's not actually like...
Over there, place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir? Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
Shit, saw me. Okay.
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnels. Take care in this place, Mandus. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
I can go that way because steam is usually a bad sign. August 4th, 1898. More experiments with Compound X. Took the dog and injected it with a syringe. Or, no, strychnine? Whatever. After the expected convulsions and spasming, it died. Just after midnight, I immersed the body in a large tank of Compound X and introduced an alternating current via induction coil for a period of 3.5 minutes. Partial return was induced. However, damage incurred prior to death was retained upon revival, meaning the dog continued in the acute state of strychnine poisoning until I put a bullet in its skull. But drowning? Perhaps, yes. It is, after all, known to be the kindest of suicides. If one were to drown, replacing the fluids in the lungs with Compound X should theoretically be perfectly possible as a revival method. Okay. Okay, so I just did a loop. No sign of the pig man monster. Wait. BIV, what was it needed? What was I needed? This one? Brandenburg. From 1 part Brandenburg Vitae to 1 part organ monad disper fluid. Okay, so the third one's just nothing, apparently.
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
Okay. A warning. Inflamed it is, burning it does, bleeding from each hole, fore and aft, leaking down my legs, blood and excrement, my lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that. Because of the changes, they rippled into me, my teeth sneeze out and scatter like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all, gathered what I can, pushed them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says, it'll help the running of the fever. Because not all of us can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket, and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man... Okay. So, this is the mixture they're using to combine what I'm guessing is pigs and people. Run. And I'm dead. book it. Maybe I can make it. And just this for good measure. Okay. Oh, that's the tube it's going to enter into. Oh, switch. Okay. Alright. Thing he's do with this is clear. Go and smash it upon the lock. Okay, maybe not that light then.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
Down the ladder we go. This is a bad idea. This leaking world, all these nails and no wood. What kind of a carpenter are you? That figure cannot help but open its arms to you. Where is the strength in that? I'm in the tunnels. Not good. I fell into some kind of disposal chute. October 22nd, 1899. Naturally, once bled, the product must be scalded, dehaired, and scraped ready for gambroiling and evisceration. For this, we pass them through the steam reservoir, which is kept at a constant temperature by passing excess high-pressure venting from the engines via the boiler and series of large copper pipes into a stone chamber just below the workhouse. At the center of the machine, there is a component that must be kept at a consistently low temperature, which controls operations of the processing of product through the system. Alongside this, refrigeration is of the utmost importance in retaining product quality, and this also requires heat to be removed from certain areas of the machine. Two problems are therefore combined into a single solution: the removal of heat from some areas and the requirements for increased heat in others. Conducting panels draw heat using the principles of convection regulated by the boiler, and freezing air along one set of the pipes in one direction and superheated vapors in another. Okay then.
Isn't it dangerous allowing this filthy discharge to collect so close to the core?
We can use the flow to drive the turbines. There will always be a torrent of excreta flooding through these tunnels. We can use this to supplement the steam production and ensure constancy.
God, the stench! This fecal matter is the true product of the age.
Okay. So I'm in a flood tunnels. My mysterious friend is correct. The sewers are indeed flooded. To descend further, I will have to find the local sluice pumps to drop the water levels. The smell is almost unbearable. Makes me gag. Why should the saboteur have flooded the tunnels, though? What did he hope to achieve? Joy, something's alive in the waters. Sounds like it's alive up here with me, too. For now, and cross the bridge to that problem when we get to it. I don't think going down there just yet is the correct decision. August 1st, 1899. Several of the older forms have breached their containment area and escaped into the sewers. They remind me of my limitations. There is no kiln, and I am not... This is no kiln, and I am no Eliu, but at least not quite yet. It is the heat generated from keeping the doorway between open that is to blame. We cannot simply pack them about with coolant as we do with the center, where the doorway is. The latter versions are kept safe by the freezing temperatures of those towers up there. Up here, where the air is hot and fetid, they become overheated and their duality tears them asunder. As the other place flies from their cells and their bite splinters, they live sporadically, torn from one world to the other and back again in violent and predictable bursts. For a few seconds they are creatures of this world, then they are torn away and cease to have physical form. This vicious ripping back and forth between worlds has driven them quite insane. I have ordered the affected areas sealed and will not allow my loyal workers to enter. These are damned places now. The abode of failed experiments, ghosts of fear and spite. Okay. Well, with that, guys, I'm gonna have to leave this episode here. So, like if you like this, comment if you got something to say, subscribe if you want some more, share the video if you can, and I will see you all next time in Amnesia, Machine for Pigs.